Hello everybody and welcome to Johnny B's Cooking Show. Today I am going to do two things. Penne alla Vodka and also homemade garlic bread. So instead of doing two separate videos, I'm incorporating them into this video together, mainly because they use a lot of the same ingredients. So let's get going on this and I'll show you what I got. Sorry for the dizziness, but I'm slapping on the headset so we can give you a bird's eye view here. So what I have, some extra virgin olive oil. This is about a teaspoon of fresh basil that I grew outside. I have store-bought white mushrooms. I have, well, I probably can't see it, crushed tomatoes in here. Peeled tomatoes ready to go. And I thought I had the same brand as Cento, but this one's a good one too. It's an organics tomato sauce. So that's all going to be going together. In here, I have one medium onion chopped up, and underneath there's 4 cloves of garlic. Okay, so that's going to be for the penne alla vodka. Any kind of vodka, I guess, will do. I don't know, there's some major chefs out there who would disagree, but I just go ahead and grab this much. I think you need a cup of vodka, so that cost me like $5. But if you want better vodka and it gives you a better taste, then go ahead with that. Cracked whole kernel pepper for cracked pepper, salt, and then over here for the bread I have, well, actually this is going to be for the penne alla vodka, and also the same amount, I want to say quarter cup or so of butter for the bread. And here I have 4 chopped garlics in there, and I'm going to try something new. I grew some jalapenos. I had some tiny ones, and I've been in Italian restaurants where they put jalapeno or some sort of a pepper that infuses into the oil, so we're going to try that. A little bit of extra garlic powder here. So I also, on the stove, have my water already pre-boiled, so once I have it boiled with a little bit of salt and olive oil in there, I bring it down to low, because once I'm ready to throw the pasta in, it's going to heat up immediately. So this pan here is going to be for the garlic bread, and this is for the penne alla vodka. So let's fire this up. So I'm going to go on, this is a bigger burner, so I'm going to go low to medium heat here, and I am going to go a little bit low here. So for the garlic bread, quarter cup of butter, two tablespoons, I want to say, of olive oil. So the, whoop, we don't want that to happen. So the butter will not burn as long as your flame isn't too high with the oil in there. It prevents the burning. Penne alla vodka, I'm going to put this butter in and just let that melt down just a little bit, because we're going to do a little bit of sauteing with the onions, the garlic, and later on a little bit of vodka, and I'm throwing the mushrooms in there too. So we'll let this heat up. Okay, so I coated my pan with butter here for the penne alla vodka. I did pull a little bit out, so that was a little bit too much, so use about 1/8 of a cup or so. But right now what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of olive oil to that. I could have done this earlier. I honestly didn't even think. So I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit more, because I don't want that butter to burn. That's why I turned the heat way down. So now you got a nice base there, so I can do some sauteing. So I just want that oil to heat up a little bit. In the meantime, I brought this pan all the way down to low, and we're going to start infusing the garlic into that oil. You don't want to burn the garlic. You want to go as slow and as low as possible to get the best infusion. And then I am throwing in the peppers. Just mix all that in as best you can. It's on low and it's still high, right? So we want to do just, there is salt in that butter, but I just do a little bit of salt, very tiny bit. Throw some cracked pepper in there for taste as well. Now the bread is going to soak up a lot of this once I brush it into the bread. So I think I'm going to take this butter that I had just to give it a little bit more juice. This is a little bit high, but my burner, as you can see, is It's barely even running, but this is pretty hot, so I don't want to burn that garlic, or the taste is awful, at least in my palate. Get that back burner on also. Okay, so for the penne alla vodka, penne alla garlic, I'm going to take the garlic and the onions that I had. There's all your garlic. See all that there? I'm going to start sauteing that in a little bit. So let's get those flavors going. Give that about a minute and I'll throw my mushrooms in. Even with the lightest heat over here, that garlic is going to infuse into that oil and that butter so nicely. I just want to get this handle on this side because it'll get hot over this big burner over here to the right. So that's already starting to sweat down a bit. I could turn this heat down just a little. We'll incorporate our mushrooms now. So these are big mushrooms. As I start stirring, oh, that one doesn't want to go. It's hanging on for dear life. So I want to break these mushrooms down a little bit now. We can, like this guy, just a simple, depends what you like on your fork, right? If you want massive mushrooms, then just leave them as is. But by doing this, you obviously spread out the wealth, right? So there's going to be more in the sauce. I want to break this down for just a little bit. Thought I took some parsley out. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, here's some. So if you have fresh parsley, even better. I'm going to take a little bit of dried parsley. Now, I know penne alla vodka is very traditional. It normally doesn't call for all these ingredients, but it's just the way we've made it in our family, and it has a great taste, and whatever makes you happy, right? If you want to take your old traditional recipe and mess around with it a little bit and alter it your own way, by all means, that's the fun of cooking. Just like music, right? You create music, there's so many different patterns and varieties and scales and 1/8 notes and full notes. That's why more and more and more and more music, it's endless. It's endless. So you can get creative in the kitchen as well and do what makes you happy. Like this. This is brand new with these peppers in here, so I'm really curious what this garlic bread's gonna taste like. But that's the fun of cooking. You don't know until you try, is what I'm trying to say. So you can see these mushrooms are breaking down pretty good. They're changing color, sweating down. So we're gonna let those go a little bit more because I want to soften them up just a little bit. This thing looks like this guy here looks like the Grim Reaper sickle. So again, it's about 4 cloves of garlic, 1 medium onion chopped finely. I have one of those machines. I actually put it in the dishwasher already, but it has like a lawnmower handle. If you look at some of my other videos, you'll see what I use. This thing is incredible. Has a couple blades. It's very manual, but everything is chopped in no time whatsoever. Also, with the garlic bread on this side, if you notice you're running out of juices, add a little butter, maybe a little olive oil. Of course, the butter's going to taste a little bit better, or a little bit of both. So I can actually smell it right now. This smells so good right now. So those are sweat down pretty good. So what I do next is take the goods. Take the vodka. I don't know what the proof is on this. I don't want it blowing up in my face. Not big. Oh, it's only 100 proof. Oh boy. I don't think that's flammable. Ooh, little shot. Keep me going. Ooh, that burned the nose hairs. incorporate that vodka. You want to burn out that alcohol, but the flavors that's left behind will all be in your onions, your garlic. It's kind of like your base, right? This is your base. It normally calls for a cup. I think this is pretty close to a cup. I'm going to turn, as you can tell, it's slowing down, so I'm going to turn the burner up just a little bit. Maybe one more swig. Holy Moses. Yeah. I'm not a drinker, as you can tell. That burned from my throat to my chest. Holy mackerel. Wow. Be interesting to see how this dish comes out in the end. So just let that infuse. It's all about the flavors. It's all about the flavors. I might as well just dump the rest of it in there and boil it out. We're gonna get drunk on pasta today, folks. Okay, I'm adding just a little bit more oil and butter, as you can see. I actually turned this burner off. It's pretty warm. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Now it is. Is that the back one? Okay, so I got my water boiling. Let me slow this down. It's not bad. Actually smells really good. Whoa. Yeah, see how the garlic's getting a little bit dark. Don't worry about that. Just keep it off. Just infuse everything in there. Okay, that's off the burner, so I'm going to lift it. This is still... Ooh, that mushroom flavor is really starting to come out now. I smell a little bit of vodka still in there, but let's just let that burn out a little bit more over here. Now, since this is off and it got a little bit too dark, it's not that big of a deal, but let me... I have my bread cut for this, and I'll show you what we do. Let me preheat the oven to 350. Bake 350, we're going to start that. I'm going to take my basil now on the Penne alla Vodka side. Now start incorporating that into the holy cow, that brought it to life. Woo! And as you can see, most of my vodka's gone, so I think we're okay to add my sauce stuff. So I have whole peeled tomatoes. I throw everything right in there. I don't even drain it out. Just throw those in. I throw in the sauce. And I throw in the crushed tomatoes. All-purpose crushed tomatoes. Okay. Okay, that'll start simmering. Let's do a little bit of salt. Again, everything has salt in it already. So as I say in all of my cooking videos, once you add the salt, you can't take it out. So incorporate it slowly. Here's more pepper. It looks like a lot of pepper, but this mill is kind of a cheapo from the store. It's not obviously your professional mill, and only a little bit comes out at a time. So mix everything together, and then as we start to get broken down here, if you will, those peeled tomatoes here, I just kind of, I could do it now actually, just start chopping them in half, smushing them, because you're gonna get like those whole pieces on your fork. Here's another one. Start mashing those down. You can mash them this way if you want. The heat, I hate this pan. The heat will break it down. It's hot over there. So let that do its thing. So while that is going to start simmering, let's just do this. We have our pasta going, or we have our water going. Let me turn that down. That's this one. Okay, this is off. I'll show you what I did here. Okay, so I bought some French bread at the bakery at my local grocery store. So I just lay these out on this cookie sheet. I put foil down and I spray it with a little bit of Pam. Okay, and then we just take our infusion here, mix it all up good, and just start nailing it. Each one at a time. I go around each one, but that bread is going to soak up that oil, so you're going to do a few passes on these. Okay, so these are pretty much ready. These are pretty much ready for the oven. And if you like garlic bread with cheese, get yourself some mozzarella, which is what I'm going to do now. Okay, so that's all set. Let me stir the sauce here. I'm going to smash down those tomatoes. Lay all these out. Grab yourself some mozz. If you like the fresh mozz too, you can cut it. It's a little more time consuming. I just bought this bag. Just see how I missed some. Some's along the edges. I don't even pick that up. I know you think it's a little bit of a waste, but sometimes it melts to the side, like the crust, the way that is, like that. And of course, you know, mozzarella goes a long way, so you don't need a whole lot on there. This one, I'll just put a little bit more, but that'll do. Okay, so there you go. Kind of spread them out a little bit. Baking these at 350. I put on the bottom rack. Keep an eye on them because they'll creep up on you. They will creep up on you and burn in no time. Okay, as you can see, it's percolating here. I add a little bit of garlic powder. Just coat the top of it. Helps with some delicious flavor. Oh, I guess I have an automatic fan. That's pretty interesting. It must reach a certain temperature and then kick in. It says remain on until heat is no longer sensed. Okay. So sorry for the noise, but the microwave here with the fan underneath has a mind of its own. That's okay. It's getting warm in here anyway. So keep that stirring. Added a little bit of garlic powder to it. It's been percolating for about 20 minutes right now. I'll probably let it go another 10. And we're going to get the pasta going. I should probably put that on the bigger burner. Well, that's what I'm going to do. So the bigger burner's up front. Okay. I need pot holders. Okay, that's better. See, active, immediate. I need my pasta. We're gonna do some penne. That's gonna do its thing. We're almost there. Okay, I just took the lid off the pasta. I could probably be boiling a little bit more right now, but I have about 1/8 of a pound there and another full pound here. Stir that up. Trap the heat so it gets boiling. Mix up our penne alla vodka. So this has been about 25 to 30 minutes. I hate this pan. Hey, if there's any companies out there that make pans and they want to sponsor me, I'll give you kudos on my page. You want to upgrade the channel and give me a little bit of loot, and then I will say, hey, this is from ABC Company and these pans are awesome. Smells really good though. Smells really good. Pans are doing the job regardless. Check on the bread. I don't know if you can see that, or actually those are real close already. Those are close. I'm gonna give it another minute or so. Probably because they're so small, they're toasting up right away. Always stir your pasta because you can, like already I'm starting to feel that it wants to stick on the bottom. So we're doing okay over here. We're percolating pretty well. Now what you want to do is incorporate your heavy cream. So you got heavy whipping cream, so you want to do about a cup or so. So since our pasta is boiling, here's all I do. Right, I just kind of, maybe that's a little more than half a cup, and just start cooking that in. This guy's starting to go wild on me. So see how that's getting that creamy looking sauce. All that vodka infused in our onions and garlic and mushrooms. I like it a little bit more creamier. So again, I don't really measure, guys. There's a little bit more, maybe a quarter cup. There we go. That's mixing in really nice right there. That's a nice color. That's a nice looking color that you want. There we go. That's a good smell. I'm gonna put just a little bit more. I like it a little bit lighter than that. So you're looking at about a cup of cream for the amount of sauce I put together here. And again, a little at a time. A little at a time is fine, because once you throw it in, you can't take it out. Now it's for the taste test. Okay, so I think we are very close. I'm going to give this the taste test. You want this al dente, and well, then both two are together. I don't know why they stuck together, but you want this al dente, not only because it tastes better, you don't want mushy pasta at all. But I'm actually pre-making this. Nobody's eating right now. So you are going to end up, the sauce is going to heat up the pasta, plus when you reheat this, right, it's going to continue to cook. We were real close just now. Let me do one more. Pasta's funny. I never ever, many years I've been cooking, I never really time pasta. Some people are like 7 minutes and we're done, no matter how it tastes, because I find different pastas cook at different rates. That's good. So you don't want it mushy. Your teeth go through it, but it's not like mush, you know what I mean? Has a little bit of substance to it. That's what you're looking for. So, what did I do with my... Where are you, pot holder? Over here. Because I brought the bread out. Alright, so... Here's what I do, because nobody's... The cat's gonna get in my way and it's gonna get ugly. Alright. Okay, here we go. Drain. Step 1, drain. Now, if you don't coat your pasta with something right away, you are going to get a sticky, starchy mess. I have seen, actually, I still remember this back in my high school days. My girlfriend's mother couldn't cook at all, and the reason I say that, she used to make spaghetti and then just do this. And then when you go to get some, it was a bird's nest. And there was no separating that knotted mess. You cannot do that at all. No, you cannot do that. So, you get all the water out. Now, if nobody's eating now, I should have had my bowl here. All right, I must be the most unprepared cooking show on, on YouTube. So, put it in a bowl. Okay. Take a little bit of olive oil. You can use vegetable oil too, but this goes a long way. So maybe 2 teaspoons. Get that coated real nice. Then you will not have that starchy mess. And you can put this in the refrigerator until later. So what you can do, which my kids will probably do, is just put some in a bowl, throw sauce on it, and microwave it. There's nothing wrong with that. Or you can use a small pot, fill it up with water, use one of these guys, scoop it in, drop it in the water for, just want to heat it up. A minute, minute and a half. Have your sauce already heated in the microwave. You can do it that way. Pour it over the top, and you're good to go. But now that that's done, it's time for the taste test to end the video. So I'm just going to take a little bit here. I'm going to get some vodka sauce goodness here with a little bit of mushroom. I love mushrooms. You can also put asparagus in here. We've done sun-dried tomatoes, so if you want to do asparagus, real quick, the long stalks, the ends get real hard, and you can't chew that. They don't break down. So if you take it, like take the bottom quarter, and if you bend it, the asparagus tells you where it snaps. It'll just snap, 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 snap. You can cut it into pieces like so big, throw it in with your mushrooms and your onions and your garlic, and keep it going. And then again, you have to taste that the same way you have to do the pasta. Once it has, you can chew into it and has a good snap, you're done. Once it's mush, it's garbage. No good. Okay, so we have this, and we're gonna grab a baby fork, and let me mix all this in. And I'm gonna grab a, see what I mean? Oh, you see what I'm talking about? If it falls off to the side, don't panic, because that's cheesy goodness right there. Let's throw that in. I like grated Parmesan cheese, but just for the taste test right now. Yeah, that is good. Now, if you want more pepper or mushroom, I mean pepper or pepper or salt, just throw it in your own bowl here and mix it up. That does it. That's very good. Let's go with the garlic bread, which I put the jalapeno in there. I doubt, oh, look at that, the fan shut off. Yeah. That's a good touch. And it's wet enough. That's why you have to brush twice. Here. I can't see it now, but it was all, see, that's the bottom. See how it's a little bit wet? It went all the way through. The cheese just melts in your mouth. You have a good garlic flavor. I don't taste the pepper. Maybe it added to the flavor, I don't know. But that's how we do it. Gotta have the mushroom with it. Look who showed up, Riley. Look who showed up. Good girl. Alright, that's going to do it. Penne alla Vodka, homemade garlic bread. Like, subscribe, put on that post notification bell if you wish to know when another video will be coming up. Looking for subscribers, just getting this going, so any support would be greatly appreciated, and I will see you on the next cooking video. This is Johnny B signing off. See ya.